What's happening, YouTube? Ray here, and it's time for Battle of the Codgers. Huge shout out to Corey over at Fighting Pops for making that for me. The other one, like I said, looked like a first grader done it maybe. This one's so much better. He doesn't have any content, but let's get over and show him some sub love, because you never know, he might entertain us if he gets some subscribers. So, but yeah, thanks Corey so much for that, man. I just don't have the time, nor the resources, nor the artistic ability to make things visually appealing from time to time. Today we have, let me close them back up. We have the original Captain Black White, it's also known as, and Captain Black Royal. I'm not going to lie, Captain Black Royal actually was, I give credit to teaching me more so how to smoke a pipe. And that'll basically come through in the review type comparison that I'm going to do between these two. But first things first, guys, we got to put some of this backer in a pipe. Now the Royal will be in the black stem Vittoria. My apologies for not having this ready, but also the ease of packing is something that needs to be noted during these comparisons. I've packed many bows of both of these, especially in my early days. So there's our Royal, and let's pack some white. Now the pouch notes on both of these, and also the flavor profile. I said aromatics is probably my least favorite tobacco, though these both of these do have a special place in my journey, so to speak. But I can honestly say, and I feel real confident in saying this, that the top note, the main flavoring in both of these, I do believe the base vanilla flavoring it's got to be the same base vanilla. Now there is some differences as far as this just lists mainly a vanilla type flavoring. This lists also alcohol, liquor, caramel, molasses, you know, sugar, stuff like that. But the vanilla tauntons in both of them they're identical. So I'm pretty confident that both of these are the same base vanilla that they use. Now, one thing about the Captain Black White, which is what we will light first, I've seen a lot of people in reviews or just reading up on it, and a lot of people say it gives them a marshmallow top note and stuff, and I can see where that comes from, but to me, I think, because it's super sweet, Captain Black, the original actually has Virginias in it, and it also has added sugar, and just it's sweetened up by nature of the tobacco and also the additives, but I think that it's more of the sweetness play on the vanilla that gives it the marshmallow note that some people get. But all right, let's set it on fire. Now the moisture content on both of these are pretty high, as typical of a OTC and an aromatic. Now my wife loves both of these, though she doesn't smoke a pipe, but she's got a smell of pipe. She loves both of them. And they are definitely both crowd pleasers. Now with the white, when you first light it, when you first get it, and a lot of it does have to do with the aroma that you're smelling too, the vanilla taste, it's hard to say, to emphasize the V's on when you got something stuck in your mouth. But the vanilla taste really shines through, you know, on the initial light, the char light, and probably for the first couple minutes of the bowl. It doesn't sustain though, for me. But man, that brings back memories. Brings back memories of me just trying to figure out this whole pipe thing. Alright, that's went out. So we're going to go ahead and light the Royal. Now the Royal, like I said earlier, it basically was the tobacco that taught me how to smoke a pipe. The reason being, it's a much finer cut, but that's not why. The reason being is that after you get past the vanilla top note and the sweetness of it, if you smoked it slowly, you could actually taste tobacco. And it just offered more notes, more nuances, and more tobacco notes through the through a slower cadence. And that's when I really learned how to keep tobacco at a lower temperature. If I got to the point where I couldn't taste those subtle tobacco notes, then I knew that I was smoking too hot and I was smoking too fast. There is other flavors, other nuances that does come through in the Royal that the white does not have. I've never got any alcohol or liquor. Now, when you first open up a fresh pouch of it, you get hit in the face with a like a strong tang. It might be chemical, it might be alcohol. They're pretty similar to me. Other people might be able to tell the difference a lot better than I can. That's just how my senses perceive it. Now, as far as molasses, well, hey, pipe ain't on fire, it's not lit, huh? The molasses and the caramel, they don't actually come through to me as the flavors of molasses and caramel. They come through to me as a darkening of the vanilla and the tobacco flavors that you get. If that makes sense. The burn on these, believe it or not, especially the Royal, hits a little bit of a finer cut. I think they're actually both listed as a ribbon cut, though. Let me see. Okay, no, the white's a coarse cut. It shows coarse cut, but it does have ribbons of Virginia in it that you can tell by looking at, and ribbons of Early. But the Black Cavendish and the Cavendish is more of a coarse cut. But yeah, the white lists Black Cavendish, Burley, Cavendish, Virginia, and the Royal lists a Black Cavendish and Cavendish. So whether or not that's Burley or Virginia, who knows? But the makers of STG, it is a Lane Limited product produced by Scandinavian Tobacco Group. That has went out too. And the big deciding factor on me for this, now like I said, I have an attachment to both blends, though I rarely smoke them, except for the Royal, every now and then, depending on what I'm doing, the company that's over, you know, or if I'm going to somebody else's place. You know, I'm not taking, I rarely take an English or a Balkan Forward or anything. But usually, see, that was actually a new pouch of Captain Black that I had opened up, because I didn't even have any open. The Royal, more often than not, I'll have a pack laying around with a little bit in it. But here's the big deciding factor on me. Let me get the white lit. Now, Royal and white, or original. Yeah, and I do feel confident in my decision. And this is the deciding factor. Like I said, both of them have, I'm convinced, the same, sugary vanilla topping on them. though the Royal does offer a little bit more, which doesn't come through as those flavors, just more as an emphasis to the tobacco and the vanilla flavoring, because you really don't taste the vanilla along at all. I don't. But here's the deciding factor. With the Captain Black Royal, you can actually taste tobacco. Though it is more subtle at times, and it's more emphasized at times. But with the right cadence, you can actually taste tobacco in the Royal. With the original, I don't think I've ever tasted tobacco with it. Though, once you get past the, whether it be the chemically or the alcohol type senses that you get from it, it's definitely not a bad smoke at all. I mean, it's not. But based on that, I have to say that Captain Black Royal is the winner of this. It does come over top of the Captain Black White based on a couple different things. Mainly that the Royal, you can taste tobacco in. It does actually taste like a tobacco, and it burns better. The ribbon cut, the finer cut, just seems to burn better, less relights. Now both of these, once you get down to half a bowl, you got goop. You got just soaked tobacco. So the moisture on both of these is absolutely horrible. Though it does light just fine out of the pouch, and it's not necessarily the initial moisture of it, it's the moisture that it does create through the combustion process that condensates through the tobacco and the stem. But anyway, guys, we got Captain Black Royal moving on to the next round. It will face the winner of Sir Walter Raleigh Regular and Borkum Riff. That'll be coming 2 weeks from today, because next week we will have half and half taking on Prince Albert. Guys, this has been a really fun video to make. I'm learning a lot from it too, and I really hope y'all are enjoying this, and I'll see y'all next Friday. Thanks so much for watching.